Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for this mess of gross face and wet hair. Clearly I do not get ready before these videos, but I just wanted to come on here and do another book haul essentially. But I got all these books at the same bookstore. It's actually a bookstore called Changing Hands in Arizona. I believe it's only in Arizona. I've only ever seen it there. They have a Tempe and a Phoenix location. I've been to both. And what I really like about this bookstore is they sell new books and they also sell used books that are in really good condition, but like less than half the price. Like for example, I have a few hardcovers here, $8. And because they're used, but you can't tell that they're used at all, which is amazing. So that bookstore is just very near and dear to my heart. They also have a bar there, so you can drink wine and read books. I mean, what sounds better than that? And they also just have like a really good vibe there. They have cute little like trinkets and stuff like that. They had really cute tarot cards when I went. But yeah, it's just an amazing bookstore. I really enjoy going there. Every time I visit Arizona, I go, and I just recently got back from Arizona and went all out, as I should, and I got quite a few books. I wanted to get more, but there is a weight requirement for suitcases and stuff, so I had to put a shit ton of these in my carry-on and then the rest in my luggage and like hope that I didn't go over the weight limit. So I mean, I still got a decent amount of books, so I can't complain. But I wanted to start with the ones that I have already read and then the ones that I am planning to read. So the first one, I took off the sleeve and threw it away. I was reading it by the pool, so I just didn't want to read with the sleeve, but it is called Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I have read one other novel by her back there somewhere. I think it was called I Know Who You Are, and it was really good. So when I saw her name, I was like, okay, I'll definitely pick this up. 10 out of 10. It was really good. It was about a girl who's in a coma in the hospital. She doesn't really remember how she gets there. Her accident is kind of like hazy, but she still has like she still knows what's going on in her surroundings, so she can like hear the doctors talk about her, and she can hear her visitors, which include her sister that she has a very complicated past with, and her husband, and they're acting very weird, and she forgets what's going on. I just got this wet for my hair, but really good, really awesome twist. I love Alice Feeney's writing style, so I definitely recommend her as an author. I'm not sure if she has any other books. I really don't know, but this one was really good. The next one is Buzz, A Stimulating History of the Sex Toy. If you're a girl, I 100% think that you should read this, whether or not you use these things. I just feel like the way the author talked about the history of sex toys and how women are shunned from any discussions about sex, and it's supposed to be very shameful for women to embrace their sexuality, which sucks. All women should feel comfortable in their skin and comfortable in their sexuality enough to talk about it. This book is a great conversation starter for that topic. It did get a little history heavy on the creators of some products, which I didn't really care for. I don't care about the guy who was like embezzling money in the company and stuff like that. Like, I just wanted to learn about the sex toys. But the author has a really just good attitude towards the way that she talks about something. She goes really in depth, and she just follows how sex toys have been around for thousands of years. Whether we like to pretend that these are new or not, they're not. But this one just made me feel really happy at the end. I just felt more informed about my body, and it's just an all-around like good book. It also includes some pictures, which I thought was really cool in the middle of the book. But yeah, definitely check this one out. Hi guys, sorry about that cut right there. I am really uncomfortable sitting, so I had to rearrange. But I was talking about the theme of women just being treated like shit throughout history, and this book is the freaking, I don't even know, read it. It's called Invisible Women, Data Bias, and a World Designed for Men, and it points out how the world is truly catered for men. To give an example, one that really pissed me off is when cars are being designed and they have to do the crash test to pass for like safety reasons, they only use a male dummy, meaning it is a dummy designed for the average male body, like height and weight wise. They are not required to do it for a average female body size. Some companies do, a lot don't. So even though it's proven that in accidents women are more fatally injured than men, car companies don't give a shit. They don't test it on women to see if it's safe at all, when women typically are closer to the steering wheel, are less heavy, so they go through the windshield more. It's just really messed up on things that are so easy to fix and things that we actually have data on showing that we need to be doing more data. There's a lot of data gaps. So this book will make you really angry, as it should. You should be angry reading this and you should want change. It is very data heavy though, like a lot of stats. So if you aren't used to reading statistics and all that jazz, definitely it will be a slower read, but I felt that the topics and points that the author was making made it worthwhile to kind of trudge through all the quotes and stuff from like academic papers and stuff like that. So I would definitely recommend this book. It will make you view the world completely differently, which sucks. I think that's all. Oh, I'm currently reading this one. I thought I would like it more than I currently am, which sucks. It's called Tenders the Flesh, and amazing concept. I have to hand it to the author for thinking this shit up because it's cruel. So it's about a virus that sweeps through and kills, well, not kills, but infects all livestock and animals, so they can no longer eat meat like cow or pig or anything. So the government has basically just like a mass killing of all the animals, including like dogs and house pets and stuff like that, and they decide to start breeding humans for the purpose of livestock, to slaughter them for their meat. And the government kind of runs this new campaign that's saying, you know, human meat's okay to eat. So they breed humans and they take the breast milk from the females and use the excrement for manure and use the human skin as leather. And they also rip out the vocal cords of the humans so that they can't scream. And they're literally bred for the purpose of being killed for their meat. So they literally just grow up in a slaughterhouse. It's insane. Graphic and definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's just, in my opinion, a little bit slow right now, but I'm definitely gonna finish it. And just the concept of it is so out of this world, so I would definitely give this one a try if you like the gruesomeness. So those are ones that I like can vouch for and have actually read. These ones I'm planning on reading. So this one is The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. I've read Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I believe that's by her, and it was really, really good. So I picked up this one. It also had really good reviews on Goodreads. I'm not quite sure what this one is about. I know it entails family tragedy, but that's it. Hardcover, $8. Shout out to Changing Hands. Love you guys. But yeah, I couldn't say no to this one because it was so cheap, and anywhere else it would have been like at least $20. But yeah, Karen Slaughter is a really good author. The last book also dealt with family tragedy, so I feel like that's a common theme in her books, but I'm excited to read this one. I have high hopes for it. The next one is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest This one was $5 used. Literally no marks in it. I'm actually shocked that I haven't read this before, and honestly, also kind of mad that I never read it in high school. I feel like a lot of people did. It's a classic. So I'm shocked and mad at myself that I haven't even picked it up yet, but as soon as I saw it and that it was only $5, I was like, okay, I'll finally get it and put it on my to be read list. I'll actually probably read this after I finish Tender is the Flesh, just because I want to go back to reading classics, so high hopes for this one. I just wish I read it sooner. On that same note, I'm shocked I also haven't read this one. This is Girl Interrupted. Very Sylvia Plath-esque, which I'm excited for. Quick, short read, so I could probably finish in a day. Has to do basically with a troubled, depressed girl and a psychiatrist. For those of you who don't know, I'm a psych major, so I'm very drawn to mental illness books, and anything where the setting is in a mental hospital I find really interesting. So I am very excited to read this. It'll definitely be a quick read. Last but definitely not least is Song of Solomon. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Please don't quote me on that. By Toni Morrison, who is my favorite author, probably neck and neck with Malcolm Gladwell, but I did discover her first, so she'll always have a special place in my heart. Her books are not easy reads, or definitely not quick reads. You read a paragraph and then you read it again, and then you read it again, and you read it again, and you really soak up and marinate in her words. All of her books that I've read, The Bluest Eye, Sula, Beloved, have all stuck with me. And just after I read them, I have to put everything away and just stare at a wall and think about life. She has a way of beautifully describing things that are so horrific and the disgustingness of human nature. I can't even describe what she makes me feel, but I just love her so much. When she passed, I was so saddened that whole day, just thinking about what amazing work she's put out into this world. I really love her, so I have high hopes for this book. As with any of her other books, they're just amazing. Can't even compare her to another author. She's just so awesome. So yeah, that is my book haul of everything that I got at Changing Hands. Please, please, please shop local. Jeff Bezos has enough money. I understand that Amazon started out as a bookstore, but that was literally just to get rid of the market and all the competition, to get rid of brick and mortar stores. It's a dying breed. Please support local if you can. Changing Hands, if you're ever in Arizona, I mean, these were all so cheap that you can't go wrong. Those can't even compete with Amazon prices. Also, my favorite place to get book is Savers, which books are like $3, and it's just amazing. It's so worth it. I've actually had, I've gotten all my Malcolm Gladwell books secondhand, and one of them literally has his autograph in it. I got a signed autographed copy of a book from my favorite author for $3. Like, you cannot beat Savers prices, and just their books. They're all in really good condition. And I actually like when there's writing in books. I usually annotate. I lately haven't been, just because I've been kind of flying through books, but I love reading other people's annotations and their thoughts and their connections. I think it's really cool. And just, yeah, I love Changing Hands. If you're ever in Tempe or Phoenix, definitely check it out. They're really awesome. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little haul of all my books. If anything sparked your interest, I'll definitely put the titles and author in the description below.